Hello, here we are. Oh, I guess I could speak, couldn't I? I've got all freight on the layout today. That's what I've been running the last couple of days. So far, everything seems to be running okay. I had a little trouble with the tanker train yesterday. For some reason, my EWS Class 67 wasn't liking something. I kept getting a derail over here, just on the other side of this scenic divide or whatever it is. Oh, thanks on the clouds. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I don't know what it is. You can't see them probably, but the ones on that wall over there turned out the best. The first ones I did, and after that, they aren't quite as good. I don't know what the difference was. Maybe I got tired of it. Who knows? Well, the clouds are helpful because when I'm shooting, there's usually a fine sliver of sky over the top. And if there's a little cloud showing, It makes the scene look better. You'll see that in my videos. Essentially, my layout is the backdrop, except for the sky up at the very top of the frame. I use height to achieve that. There's always something high behind whatever I'm shooting, except for the new bridge. Oh, you can't see the new bridge. You can, well, you can see a little of it. Maybe I'll turn that just a hair. The great drop off. I think I had it better before. Can't really see what it's pointed at. There. That reduces the break in the illusion. That's a pretty decent shot of the layout. I just turned off the sound on the level crossing. Does the layout represent any particular place in Britain? No. It does represent a place in my mind. Anything that I've ever seen there that made an impression on me, or heard about, or looked at online, or whatever, anything that I felt like putting on the layout is here. It's just my impressions of the UK. As far as changes in the future are concerned, who knows? Of course, I would love to tear it down and build a new one, but my significant other says, too much money. But we'll see. Also, the other factor that's playing into it is I'm 77 years old, and hauling the plywood up and down the stairs, tearing this down and hauling it out is probably not really feasible anymore. But it's a great layout. It's fun to run. And I'm enjoying just adding little details here and there. I've been adding lights in the vehicles. I added lights to a car at the level crossing, and tail lights to the bus over there. And I've added lights to a couple of vehicles over in Farmore. I did that yesterday, which kind of goes along with lighting up some of the buildings over there. I still have another car I need to light. And I'm thinking perhaps this DHL bus or truck, van, if he's out delivering, he probably needs lights. I guess I could put some flashing lights on it. Well, so far so good. Everything seems to be running just fine. Hmm. Trying to get myself situated here where I can see the computer for the chat and still see the cameras, make sure it's still on. Yeah, when I get done working on the layout, I always, if I can, unless there's something blocking it, I always try to run trains for 20 minutes or so, half an hour, whatever. It's very relaxing. Do the trains seem very loud? I'm glad it sounds okay. I had to back the camera off 4K. I normally, everything I do with this camera is in 4K, but it wouldn't let me send the picture down to the computer and onto YouTube if I had it on 4K for some reason. Who knows? Anyway, I had to take it off 4K. I put it on high def. Excuse me. Or 1080, I think, instead of 4000. Picture looks decent though. It's not quite as detailed as it would be at 4K. Well, did we get any more subscribers since I last looked? Probably not. Live streams don't bring in subscribers much. Nope, we're still at 49.90. 10 more. 10 to go. 10 to go to 5,000. Probably won't happen today, be my guess. Maybe tomorrow. I'll probably do this again tomorrow if we don't get there today. I'll do this for about an hour. And go live for about an hour and then shut that down so I could do something else. I've got a building I want to light today. Drum roll? What's the drum roll for, Phil? Oh, for the 5,000. Yeah, the drummer's going to get real tired by the time we get to 5,000. Yeah, Graham's okay. He goes through these periods of withdrawal from the world. I don't really understand them, but it's just kind of the way it is with him. So, I just let him be. We chat every now and then. Or I guess text is probably more like it because texting back and forth is free. I have text goes over my Wi-Fi through the internet to his Wi-Fi and into his phone and vice versa. So it's free. It doesn't cost anything. So sometimes we have quite lively text exchanges and sometimes it's pretty quiet like it has been the last couple of weeks. I think he's fine. I think he's normal old Graham. Kind of got a good view of my bald head here, don't we? Not sure I like that. Oh well. Yeah, Phil, I've got some locomotives on order with a Cura scale. I think it's a 56 I've got on order. And there's a couple of, 31. And something else, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, there's a few new ones. I've almost got one of every one that I want. Not so much in the real new stuff, except in the freight area. but I've got a lot of locomotives. One of these shelves along my wall, which you can't see right now, is full, and they're too deep. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on each one. So that's 8, 16, 32. I guess there's 40 locomotives over here, and there's another 6 or 8 over there. That's kind of a lot. I am considering selling a few. I've got one I'm going to put up for sale here when I get around to it. I'll show it to you. It's a Bachmann 66. Oh, there's somebody at my front door. It runs fine. Nothing wrong with it. If I was to keep it, I would upgrade the sound. But I'm not going to keep it because I have another. In fact, I think it's on the layout right now. Yeah, it's right over there. Another EWS, England, Wales, Scotland, 66. I think it's 66171. And I bought it, and I decided I really don't need 2 of them. So I cut back. I think the ring at the door was the dry cleaning guy. In this case, dry cleaning woman. Yeah, these ring camera doorbells are pretty handy. And I was quite surprised when I got a discount on my homeowner's insurance because I have one. If I look up at the camera, then I can't see the screen. I'm kind of messed up here. Oh well. Yeah, there's a dry cleaner right across the road over here, and they come around the neighborhood and pick up the dry cleaning if you've got any on a weekly basis. Pretty handy. I don't really have any dry cleaning anymore, but the wife does. Well, so far everything's running pretty smoothly. How long have we been on? 41 minutes and no derails. That's not bad. I find if I ever have problems with trains, it's usually the couplings. The couplings let go, or they get tangled, or something happens, and it involves couplings. That's most of my problems. I know I have one place over in the tunnel over there that I've got a little wave in the track, and sometimes, depending on the type of coupling, particularly knuckle couplings, it'll raise up and let go. Not always, just sometimes, because I think most of these trains have knuckle couplings on them. Let's see. See what kind of couplings we're running today. Yep, that's all knuckles. They're all KDs. Yep, they're all KD NIM pocket style couplings on that train. Let's see what's on this one. We can get up here to check it. Well, the oil tankers have standard tension lock couplings, British tension lock couplings, except the locomotive and the first connection, which is a KD NIM pocket style. I'll see what this. I'm pretty sure this this has NIM pocket KD couplings too. Most of my freight stuff has KD couplings, not all of it. Let's see. First wagon is tension lock. The rest of them are all KD couplings. KD knuckle couplings are jammy. What is it, Jamie? Is that right? Jamie couplings? Yeah, I like the KD couplings. They're kind of expensive, and the trains don't come with them. Certainly, no British stuff would come with that. They come with tension lock couplings, which is a horrible thing. Whoever came up with that should be shot. Not seriously, but um, those tension lock couplings are terrible. If you're coming down an incline and all the weight goes against the locomotive, well, they tend to come uncoupled, especially if they get underneath one another, if they're not perfectly lined up. There's a big bar that's supposed to be for pushing, but it's not wide enough. If it was wider so that they couldn't get under one another, they would probably work fine. I'm not familiar with all the engineering that's gone into those, if any, but in my experience, they're terrible. The big D, they're not very prototypical. The really big ones, well, bigger than this. Well, you can't see that. That style, they don't look very good, but they work fairly well. Now here's a full-size one. Well, let's turn out the lights and see what that's like. Now you can sort of see stuff. The electrician that wired this room asked me if I wanted dimmer switches for my lighting. I have two banks of lighting switches, or I have two sets of lighting, and every other one is on a different switch. So I can come up with a variety of different lighting scenarios. And when he asked me that, I thought, oh, I don't know, I guess, but boy, I'm glad I got them, because it allows me all kinds of variations in lighting when I'm shooting video. And some things you just don't see when when the lights are on. Like the flats building over there, you can't see the lighting in there at all. You're right, John. The sun goes behind the mountains and boom, it gets dark quick, doesn't it? Life on the Front Range. What a great place to live. I think the population of Colorado has doubled since I moved here. I can't really complain about the other people that have moved here because, I wasn't born here. I moved here. I moved here in 95. So I've been here almost 30 years. Is that right? 95. 105. Yeah, almost 30 years. Wow, time flies. Hey, Dutch. How's it going? Greets from the Netherlands. Yeah. Must be pretty late there. I'm well as can be expected, I would say. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, it's been fun to build it. That's what I like to do, is build things. It doesn't really matter what it is. whether it's electronics or structures, buildings, layouts, furniture. As long as I'm building things, I'm happy. Well, I think the sun's about to come up. It's getting a little brighter. Dutch Train Channel. I'll have to check you out when I'm done with this. I'd like to try a walkabout. I think I can take the camera off the mount here and walk around with it. At least I have a cable long enough. Whether all the electronics and everything else will work, I don't know. But I'm going to try that in a little bit. As soon as it's full daylight. We're not there yet. We're coming up though. The temperature of the lighting is supposed to be ideal for video. We'll see. I mean, it seems like it is. I don't know. I've not had any problem. Let's try walking around, see what that's like. If I lose you, I'll see you tomorrow. But if not, we'll walk around a little bit. Oops, sorry about that.